Okay, so one of the most important aspects of water-only washing is total sebum coverage. Um, Sebum being the oil that your skin produces and your scalp. And it's the sebum in this method that really keeps your hair healthy and happy. Um, so the goal of the method is to get your own oil to coat all of your hair down to your ends. And different people achieve it in different ways. A lot of people, especially people with straight hair, will use a boar bristle brush, which does work. It really carries oil down to your ends very well. But I have really wavy hair, so I find that's a little harsh. So I prefer wooden comb and a wooden brush. I got these from WeDo.com. I can leave that in the description. They're really nice combs, and they're really nice, and they work really well, and they're a lot more gentle. See, these are wooden bristles right here. They're amazing. It's so cool. But yeah, so I just have a list of things here. It's amazing what sebum will do to your hair once you get it balanced out correctly and everything. It turns frizz into definition. It really prevents knots and tangles because it provides the perfect amount of slip. If you have wavy or curly hair, I find, at least for me, it evened out my curl distribution. It gave me more curl at my roots and a little bit less at the ends. So I don't know, it looked better if I kept the oil distributed evenly. It really like conditions and protects your hair because it coats it, and then your hair slowly absorbs it, and then you pull more oil down. It's really nice. And because of that, I feel like it stimulates your scalp because you're pulling oil off your scalp and down to your ends. Plus, it just feels good. It's really relaxing. I like brushing my hair. I do it about once a week, generally before washing my hair, so I feel like I get better results that way. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna show you how I brush my hair because technique is kind of important. Because again, you're going for total sebum coverage. You're not just brushing your hair to get knots out. You're actually trying to achieve something else. And so, at least for me, I find the oil on my hair, on my scalp, doesn't sit on top of my head. Like, in fact, my hair up here tends to dry out because, I guess, due to gravity, the oil is pulled down to the bottom of your hairline. For me, all the way in the back, right at the nape of the neck. So I always brush with my head completely inverted. So I'm brushing from the nape forward to the crown of my head so I can stop this hair from drying out. Yeah, so, okay. So bear with me on this because I'm going to try to describe to you what I'm doing with my head upside down. Okay, so obviously you start with the comb just to get the knots out. And the thing about this is that you want to pay attention to the shape of your head. Hold on. Okay. There it goes. Because if you look closely, can you see? I don't know if you can see me. Okay. So if you pay attention to the shape of your head back here, you'll notice that it really goes up and over, kind of like, I don't know. So if you just feel the back of your head as well, you'll be able to feel what I mean. Right here it goes up and over like that. It's a lot more shallow going down this way. So when you invert your head like this, your hair isn't going to fall forward. It's going to fall to the side. Right? And so at first I tried brushing my hair by brushing forward like that, but it doesn't really work because I was just pushing my hair in a way it didn't want to go. Because, again, the thing is, sebum is rather stiff. It's very it's like waxy. Part of the reason why it protects your hair so well. So you want to brush in the direction your hair is going, because pulling the oil through your hair is going to require some elbow grease because it's really stiff. You need to like warm it up for it to work really well. Okay, and I generally start from my nape because I have enough oil in my hair where I don't really need to pull that many knots out of my hair anyway. So as you'll notice, this comb isn't really getting caught on anything. I try not to go too fast though, because then you'll tear hair out. Because when you do reach a knot, you don't want to tear the comb through it, you want to pull the knots out. You want to pull them apart like that. That's going to be a lot, like that. It's going to be a lot healthier for your hair. Whoop. Okay. So if you notice, I'm combing on one side and then the other, just behind the ears, not from the back forward. You don't want to do that, unless your hair falls down like that, but from the shape of your scalp, probably not. And then when I do go to the front, I go from the crown down, not from before. So if you go from before, you're going to be pulling this hair forward, and it's not going to work all that well. Now I keep going with this until I'm confident that I've gotten all the knots out, and that I have at least started warming up the sebum at my nape fairly well. Okay, see right there, I reach resistance and I stop and I pull the knots out with my hands before I keep going. Like right there. Okay. Almost there. Okay. Yeah, so all the knots are gone. Awesome. Now, and then I try to do a lot of short strokes right up here, because you should be able to feel the oil on your hair up here, especially if you let it get oily before you do this. And I'm trying to warm it up. Oh, and try to keep your brush and your comb in contact with your scalp the entire time as you're doing this, because, I don't know, stimulating your scalp is a good thing. Okay, now I'm going to switch to my brush.